Hello, Cancer. Hello, my lovely, sensitive moon children. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. And today is September 21st. I think tomorrow is the official first day of fall, but it's the end of summer. Fall is coming, or is, well, going to show. And I am going to do a 3-card reading for you for the week. Initially, I was going to do a seasonal reading, but I would have wanted orange for that, not pink. And the orange thing had, well, anyway, I tried, and it seems weekly is the way. So that's what I'm doing. One more. I do a 3-card reading. And if you'd like a one-on-one, all the information is below. All right, let's see what's going on for you. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me think. You see it? I'm trying to think how you see it. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, the first card, this is the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is really quite the card. The 6 of Swords is moving from troubled waters into smooth waters, right? So I have a very personal relationship with this card, and I'll tell you about it. I'm just going to explain the cards first. The second card is kind of feeling trapped. Kind of feeling trapped. And this is the 8 of Swords. And then you go into the 5. The 5 is very, this is another oddball card. Okay, now they all look a little bit dark. Not all of them. So, there's a way that you think about yourself that is unhealthy. There's a way that you think about yourself that you trap yourself in a way of the, you know how sometimes people are so, like, they always have to describe themselves by their job. Well, I'm a doctor. You know, after all, I'm a doctor. You know, being a doctor, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's an example. And then it's like, well, yeah, you're a doctor, but you're also a cook, a runner, a stamp collector. You know, your other things as well. And I feel like there's this certain box that you've kind of put yourself in that doesn't serve you anymore. There's a certain way of thinking that, and I feel like you're the only one who really sees you. It's kind of like, you know, when you're young and you get a pimple, right? And you get a pimple someplace that, you know, it's not like in the middle of your nose. It's like, you know, maybe a little here, or it's like in some fucking, it's in some crevice, and, you know, you're like, oh my God, I have a pimple. I can't leave the house. The pimple. And then you go see your best friend, they go, oh, I have a pimple. They go, yeah, where? It's kind of in your head. It's in your head. I feel like there's a way that you put yourself in a box and you kind of deny yourself uh, like a whole experience, and you've blinded yourself, right? You've blinded yourself into seeing things or seeing yourself in a certain way that just is uh, not helpful, kind of unrealistic. Unrealistic. Okay. So for me, like I told you, there's a special, for me, this card is the mother. For me, this card is the mother. And it's almost like the mother of us all. You know what I mean? It's almost like the earth's mother, or the goddess mother, or the grandmother. See, they're leaving a land and they're going somewhere else, right? So it's almost as if there's a war, right? And they have to leave. There's no, or a famine or something to that effect. Very biblical. It's very like that. And I never feel like, for me, it never feels like this is his wife and child. I always feel like this is his mother. So at the end of the day, the mother knows when it's time to go. The mother knows. It's like, let's leave it to mom because she's the wise one, right? She's the one who, like, she's in touch with the earth. She's in touch with the goddess. She knows intuitively what to do, when to do it. This is the time right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got to go now. Because, next week it's too late, right? It's time to, like, let go of that, move forward. It almost doesn't even matter where you're moving. It's like, as long as we're moving forward, all we know is that that's behind us. It's like running from a fire. It's like, do I need to know where I'm going? Well, I made a plan. It's like, just get out of the fire. Don't head toward more fire. Just head toward where there's, like a sky that's clear. All the fives are about change. So the choice in this one is, this is such an interesting card. It's such a rich iconography. Are they heading into the light, or are they heading away from the light? Are they heading into the light, or are they heading away from the light? Are you heading into more darkness, more snow, more exile? Or are you heading into hope? There's an anchor. If you look really closely, there's an anchor. The anchor is always a symbol of hope, right? This is always the spiritual realm, the vertical, right? Down through from heaven through us into the earth, or from earth through us into heaven, right? That's the cross symbolizes that. The Mayan cross symbolizes that. That's why the symbol of the earth is this and this, because it's the duality of the vertical and the horizontal, which gives us the fourth, whatever. I know all about symbolism. And the interesting thing about the anchor is that, then the horizontal is like on the bottom. Yeah, it's curved, but it's on the bottom. So, you have a choice. You have a choice. This is all about a choice. Leave the land or don't leave the land. Be in bondage or don't be in bondage. No. Be overwhelmed or don't be overwhelmed. Head into the light or stay in the dark. Okay. So, a good, proactive meditation on this, maybe you know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't. Maybe you have an inkling. It's like, yeah, I know I'm holding myself in bondage, but I'm not really sure how because I'm blindfolded. So I'm not really, I know like something doesn't feel right. Like there's something about the way this shirt fits. Like I know it doesn't fit right, but I'm not a tailor. So I don't know if I should take it in here or if I should lengthen the sleeve, or I don't really know what to do to make it fit right, so to say, right? So a good place to go, a good meditation to do would be, so this is what I do when I'm kind of perplexed. I go into my heart. I go into my heart and I calm myself there. And I see it or I feel it generally as pink or green, but if yellow or blue or orange come up here, that's great. Doesn't matter. Or if it's just light, or if it just feels like a field of flowers, whatever comes up is the right thing. And ask the goddess. It's like, how am I not mothering myself? How am I not mothering myself? And in the highest form, in the most loving, benefic, comforting, loving, or I'm not religious. You call on Mother Earth, you call on Mother Mary, you call on Isis, you call on Ishtar. Ishtar would be a great one. Call on Lakshmi, call on Kali, call on a goddess. Okay? You call on a goddess to say, show me how I'm limiting myself. Show me how I'm keeping myself in a box. Show me how I'm blinding myself and keeping myself in a sort of bondage so that I can go into the light. So that I can go into the light. How am I limiting myself? I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to leave the barren land for something more fertile. I'm ready to leave the ravaged land for a new place to live and to be. I'm ready to leave my bondage in my head and see myself as something more than this definition that limits me. I'm bigger than just being a mother. I'm bigger, or a father, or I'm bigger than I'm just someone's accessory in a relationship. I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than just being somebody's child. I'm bigger than being just part of this family. Yeah, I'm part of this family, but I'm also, how can I see myself for the whole being that I am? Ask the mother. So the other good thing to do with this is that if you have a deceased relative who's, it doesn't really matter. We get all caught up in sex and gender. Do I have a deceased relative that I know loved me, that I feel love from? A grandmother, a grandfather. etc. A friend that I can ask for help. I'm like, can you help me? You know how grandma loves you unconditionally? Mommy always has rules, but grandma kind of loves you unconditionally. She, come home all messy. Mommy's like, don't track the mud on the floor. And grandma's like, whatever. Whatever you want, cookie. Of course, you're going to trick the mud all over the floor. You're a kid. You might even bring the goat in the house. So call on her, right? If she doesn't exist, call on the crone, right? Call on the Vestal Virgins. Whatever works, whatever works. They're all energies, they're all archetypes. They exist in every culture. They have different names and different faces, but they're there. Call on them and see how you can decide to go more toward the light and to leave the bondage of your self-limiting thoughts. Every reading it's a heavy week, man. I don't know what's going on in the stratosphere, atmosphere, but I'm telling you, every reading has been like, it's like the soul's reckoning this week. So, I think you should have some cookies. Moon-shaped cookies, if you like. Anyway, if you'd like a one-on-one, my name is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. You can contact me. All the information is below. Blessings, blessings.